circuit session. What we're basically trying to work on is transitioning between performance elements and technical elements. There's a little bit of passing and dribbling, but transitions start with like a performance element, right? Make sure that that's like on point, and then transition from that into a technical element on the ball, right? Just like a little push and pass, right? And then what we're trying to do is make sure that you see where the guy's foot is planting on the pass, right? Trying to make sure that some of these performance elements make their way into the technical elements, right? So when you see when I pass, I'm following through the ball, stepping through it with closed hip mechanics as if the pass is part of the step. So that's what we're trying to do, is blend, and that's what I'm showing in there, is start to blend sports performance with technical elements. Right? So I'm just showing them like a little inside the toe pass there, rather than a full instep pass. So it's a closed hip mechanic. Right? That's the inside the toe. Inside the toe again. So that when you pass through, the follow through becomes part of your step. And there it is. Right? But again, we don't want them to stop. So we want them to touch and move. And so we're a little bit worried about that plant there. There we go. So he's touching and moving. And then back into the performance element. Right? So lots of touches. It's a pass and step. The pass is part of the run mechanics. That's what we're trying to build, as well as the transition. Yeah, so much better off the ball there. So again, I'm trying to tell him there, don't chop and stop. You gotta push through the ball with closed hips. All right, I might be here working on the scoop. So when passing becomes difficult, right? Passing lane closes, the speed of the game is a press, right? We gotta have something in our arsenal that doesn't involve opening the hip and instepping, right? Something more dynamic. So a lot of that has to do with how you use your toes and the scoop. So whenever something's difficult, you're going with the toes. You're either driving with the toes, scooping with the toes, flicking with the toes, right? So all we're doing here is transitioning from a performance element on the ladder to a flick pass with the toes. How quickly we can get that done. You see how these variety-based touches help when you're in trouble, right? Being able to change side and then pass the ball. So move the ball away from pressure, or move your body between the ball and pressure, and then still deliver a pass under pressure. So the variation, especially the futsal variation, was a lot of toe stuff in the scoop. The futsal variation gives you a wider toolkit to get things done. And working on the transitions. So here we're just working on that little mechanic, the off the ball organization, switching from one side of the ball to the other, right? A little bit of coordination and technique there. And you'll see that, like, players, especially Messi, bail out of a feint. He'll go one way, almost like he's going to dribble the ball, and then flick the other way. And then make a run off the ball. So a little gambetta mechanics. 2 on the side, inside foot over. So it's going to be another transition here. Gotta make it look like the inside ladder mechanics. This is close hit mechanics, right? And adding the ball on the dribble. So here I'm trying to tell him to change direction with this one, right? So organize off the ball, get sideways. The ball's got to be pushed in the opposite direction with the opposite pinky toe. He has a tendency to push the ball forward, right? This one, the ball's got to move. It's not like a crossover dribble where you're just shifting sides. You're actually moving the ball. You make the soccer simple. You get behind the ball and you just push it with the opposite toe, with the opposite pinky toe. So you walk, organize behind the ball, off the ball, 2, 3, 4 steps, whatever it takes, and then push the ball in the opposite direction with the pinky toe. That's better. Right, there's a little transition to pass, dribble, transition to pass, transition from performance stuff into the dribble. All part of the circuit. All right, so now we're going to add another performance element. Slalom with the sticks. So the inside hand's going to reach forward. The inside leg is going to come backwards. Right? And we try and focus on the mechanics going through the sticks, not around the sticks. Reach and go through. And keep those close hit mechanics. Don't stutter step. Try not to open up wide with your feet. So you see, I'm telling him not to go around, not to open his hip. And we'll get rid of that skip step. Tell him to make it look like a ladder. Keep the feet moving. This is how you finish a dribble, right? If you want to drive, you don't want to stutter step. So here, one key thing is lining up the ball. And then, when you go left, use your left foot. So drive left, step on the ball left, switch feet, drive right, stretch on the ball right. Right? And your lineup, go through, don't go around. Don't dribble around the cones. Take a straight line through, like a race car going into a corner. Right? Find the straight line through, step on the ball with the right foot. So the rule of thumb is right, right, left, left. And not to cut the ball, right? You're literally stepping on the ball and doing la balanza, the swing. And you're trying to find the line through. Move the ball straight. There, it's got it. All right. We're on level 2 now. Up the intensity a little bit. Gotta get his feet sorted out there, right? He's going right, going on the right side. Use your right foot. Don't let them do it wrong. Yep. Right. Make sure that if there's any friction or resistance, they fight through. Right, just like they would a tackle. You're trying to get him to sort out his feet and make sure that he's not going around the cone. Trying to get him on his left foot here because he's going left. All right, just using the medicine ball now to same mechanics on the medicine ball, and then a transition to a performance element. The medicine ball is a soccer ball, right? So a little bit of foot speed here, a little bit of just contact work, touch work, right? And transition to a performance element. So working here on close hit mechanics and fast feet. And then transition. Maybe a different touch. Crossover dribble mechanics, right and left. that's the circuit for today, I think. Yep. Oh, and then we put the whole sets together, right? So all the transitions. Yeah, so nice, easy 3 sessions, three element circuit, lots of transitions, different technical elements. We'll go from there. Thanks, guys.